support them, to help them live better lives, to help them face the challenges that they confront on a daily basis, which seems to get more and more complicated as days go on. And you know what we really fail to talk about a lot? We fail to talk about those resources that are in this community who do just that, who provide support, who provide love, who provide lots of kindness and time. And we're talking about one of those agencies today. We're talking about Big Brothers Big Sisters, who are right in the middle of their campaign, 60 Bigs in 60 Days. Let me introduce our guests to you. And before we get started, I want to thank our cameraman, I guess I can call him David, for kind of putting this bug in my ear. David's a big brother himself, and I'm really proud that he spends his time in his very young life. He's probably not 30 yet, in his very young life, hanging out with kids who really need his support. So thanks, David. And let me introduce you to our guest today. I'd like to introduce you to Beverly Mason, who's a program specialist at Big Brothers Big Sisters. Hey, Bev, thanks for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Is this your idea, the 60 Bigs in 60 Days?
60 Bigs in 60 Days has been going on with Big Brother Big Sisters, I would say probably the last 5 years.
Oh, well, we'll talk about that a whole lot more as we move forward. But
okay, great.
Thanks for sharing that with us this morning. We have Jolene Jackson, who is the mother of a child on the waiting list at Big Brothers Big Sisters. Thank you so much, and you can breathe now, really. And we have Kelly Sturwalt, who is a big brother. Thanks, Kelly, for showing up this morning.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. Appreciate it an awful lot. So, why don't you get started? Tell us, first of all, let's tell everybody what Big Brothers and Big Sisters is really all about.
Well, Big Brother Big Sisters is the #1 mentoring program in the nation. Big Brother Big Sisters has been around since the 1930s, and in 1980, Big Brother Big Sisters merged together to become Big Brother Big Sisters National. Big Brother Big Sisters has been in the area since the 1930s, and what we're doing is we are hooking up children in the community with a positive role model that they can just spend a couple hours a week with, have fun with, and that role model really makes a difference for the life of a child.
Yeah. It's what amount of time? How big is the commitment?
We're asking the Big to spend approximately 2 hours a week for at least a 1 full year commitment with a child that they're matched up with. We do a lot of research to make sure that we match them up with the proper child. Some of our Bigs spend a lot more than 2 hours a week with their littles, and some of our Bigs have been around for 8 to 12 years with their littles.
Really?
So it's a commitment that you can make for life at changing the life of a child, and it's really exciting.
I bet it changes your life too.
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Yes.
How?
I had a 12-year-old, and I initially started off kind of mentoring during an Big Brothers Big Sisters after school program, and I kind of just built a relationship with him. He lost his father about 1.5 years ago, and it's just been really an opportunity for me to be a positive male role model in his life. And through Big Brothers Big Sisters, they've offered events that we've been able to go to, and just honestly, yeah, like she said, 2 hours a week is really not a lot, and we've spent a lot more time than that together because we want to have that relationship and continue to build that.
So what was the thought that entered your head that made you decide that you needed to do this? What happened?
I've done tutoring in the past, and that was something I initially, like I said, kind of started off doing, and I wouldn't say there was a void in my life, but I just wanted to be kind of a positive role model. I mean, there's definitely kids in the area, in the Toledo area, that need positive role models around here, and just the opportunity to do that. And I know I have gifts to offer, such as a college education and being able to go to high school, and also just having a family that has supported me over the years, and having supportive friends. And that's something that I've been able to offer my little, and he's been very grateful, and we continue to bond every day. So.
And how old is he now, did you say?
He's 12 years old.
He's 12 now?
Yes.
And when you connected with him?
It was awesome. And it was interesting because I'm kind of into sports and outdoors, and he's more into a lot more into movies, and he definitely enjoys outdoor things as well. But we kind of compromise with each other. So I've been able, there's times where I'll rollerblade and I'll make him bike a couple miles, and I'll tell him, if we do that, we'll watch a movie of his choice. And I've also been able to take him to movies. And Big Brothers Big Sisters has also offered a lot of events as well. We've been able to go to Mud Hens games, Walleye games, and we went to Stomp. They offered tickets for that. So
Oh, that was cool.
yeah, it was,
Yeah,
and he enjoyed that as well. And like I said, 2 hours a week is absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
so.
You've got your Jolene. You have your child on the waiting list, and
Yes, my 2 boys.
your 2 boys, and you decided that this would be important to them. For what reason?
Just ending and coming out of a divorce, I knew that once having that male role model in their life, that it was going to be a void there. So I definitely did not want that void there for them. So I enrolled them with Big Brothers Big Sisters.
There's a lot of discussion out here that says that let's talk about boys and girls that they really don't feel the impact of the loss of a dad. Would you agree or disagree? A dad from the home.
I totally disagree.
Totally. Okay.
I
Everybody's
totally
face
disagree.
sort of like lit up all at once, and
Totally disagree.
Totally disagree. Why?
No matter whether the relationship was good or bad, that male influence is gone. Some are in their lives, they come and visit, some don't at all. And for them to know what it was, having a male around, to go to not having a male around, is very noticeable.
You think you agree?
It's impacting.
We hear that story every day.
Really?
Every day, parents are calling and saying the father is no longer involved in the child's life for one reason or another. It's very important from a mom's standpoint that child has the male role model. There are a lot of things that a mom just cannot teach the child that a father can. A mom tries really hard to, but a boy feels that void, and I hear it from kids every day.
All the time.
I feel that void.
It is so a shame. I mean, we should be ashamed of ourselves, actually, for diminishing the role or the importance of men in the lives of kids. And lots of it has happened just because the world has changed. And but there are a ton of single moms out here now trying to do both those really big jobs. Both those really big. What kinds of things do you think are missing when the dad's not there, other than just the presence? What do you think, Bev? You said, any of you actually, but Bev, you said that there are things that moms just can't teach.
Moms feel that they understand the girl things,
girl
what
stuff?
girls go through. They cannot understand the boys going through those same phases. Even though girls go through the maturity, and we have a little bit different maturity than the boys do, boys still go through a maturity that only men understand.
Is that true, Kelly?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. No.
Really?
Yep. She hit it on the nail there. No, I completely agree with what Beverly said. And my little, like I said, lost his father a while back, and after building a relationship with not only him but his mom, I can definitely agree with her that at least every time I'm over there, they definitely bring up the presence that he had in the family, and just having that other authoritative voice in the family, and just another personality to kind of get the message, the positive message out to their children, and that message. Unfortunately for him, was no longer there. So it's just nice to have, that other kind of voice there telling him, you should be doing this, as opposed to it coming from the same person.
Yeah, and I think you're right though. I think that we tend to think. I was a single mom too, and but I had a girl, which I think is different. And I agree with you that it's different than raising a boy. But we tend to think that you got kids, you put them in a basket, you raise them all, you get them to school, you get them fed, that's all taken care of. But there are some pieces, it sounds like, for boys that are really different.
Boys also don't want to disappoint their mother. You know, it's a hard thing for a boy to be able to talk to a mom about things because he feels he's going to disappoint her. Not that mom's going to judge or anything, but he doesn't want to disappoint. And so if he has a big brother to be able to discuss those things with, a person who can guide him in the right direction, it makes a big difference for him in the direction that he takes as he gets older.
I agree with her. Having a boy and a girl, my daughter is 17 and my boy's 15, the baby's 10. Having seen both of them go through maturation and it's different.
Is it?
It's different. You know, there's things that I was able to understand about her, but there's things that I see in him. It's like, what is that? You know? And so I have to try and reach out.
We say that when they're 52. You know? What is that?
You know, but there's just things that he will say, Mom, you just don't get it. And he'll shut his door. You know, and there's times that I have to call out to my brothers and they're like, you're handling that totally the wrong way. You need to handle it at a certain voice. We don't hear Mom. At a certain time in life, we don't hear Mom anymore. It's just a bunch of
Noise,
you know,
sort of white noise.
and they said that male voice is able to reach them. And I'm emotional. I know I am. And sometimes that emotion is distracting for my son. And he's like, Mom, no. You know, so I think this is a good cause. I think it will be beneficial for our young boys to have this inspiration.
What about our girls, though?
It affects them too.
Does it?
It affects them too, not having their male role model, because I'm a daddy's baby, you know? And for her not to have that, that's an impact on her as well. And it touches things that you probably, you know, would not imagine, but they need it too. They need their male role model.
I just read an article a few months ago that said that women who have missed that male role model have been affected by that in ways that they won't readily see. That, you know, even though you're able to get through the day and life feels like it's fine and it's going along just fine, that there's an impact on women who are raised in a house without a dad or a strong male role model, that, you know, they don't even know what's going on. Are you finding that?
We are, and it also impacts the relationship when they start getting into relationships as
That's what I
well.
was going to say.
Does
the,
it?
Absolutely.
the girls who do not have that positive male role model, they're not understanding what a male role model actually is and how a male should act with them, or what a male should do with them.
Absolutely. That is so true.
A lot of our littles are connected with a female role model. Our females are only matched with female role models.
Right.
But a lot of those female role models also have a spouse in the home, which they in turn, the little sees how a relationship is actually supposed to interact with that male and female.
It's such a critical point. Hold that thought, okay? We're going to start there when we come back. We need to go away for just a second. Please stay with us.